Right guys, I am going to take an actual bonsai video rather than me just buying bonsai or pre-bonsai. It's going to be a pretty quick one, and I just want to show the progress on this Blaauws Juniper. Purchased it a couple of months ago, removed the wire that was on, rewired it, removed a couple of branches. I'll bring the camera in a second. I'm still undecided about this top branch, but what I'm going to do today is remove the wire completely. It's not biting in, but I just don't want to take any chances, and then I'll probably, I don't know, I'd welcome some opinions on this top branch when I show it you in detail, and then I'll probably leave it over winter. I won't wire it again until spring, and then when spring comes it needs repotting. This is the angle that I want the tree at, but obviously the pots when I purchased it was like this. So let me bring the camera in and I'll give you a closer look. Right, so this is how I perceive the front of the tree as I would like it. If I angle the tree upwards, you can see it's got this lovely twist in the initial trunk and then carries on from right to left. Multiple branches starting to develop outward. So the first question I have, and I'll welcome some input, is this upward branch here. Does it bring anything to the tree? The tree could look too flat if I remove it, but I'm not entirely sure it adds anything. So I'm not gonna, when I rewired this I was toying with the idea of just getting rid of it then. I'm not going to do that now. I'd welcome some guidance from the more experienced people who watch these videos. So that would be the rear of the tree. But the main thing I really want to capture, and it is doing it, is this amazing twist in the lower part of the trunk, and then it spreads along nicely. So what are your thoughts about this? Because of the quite delicate branching, I'm going to actually just snip the wire off rather than try and unravel it. Some of these branches are very, very delicate, and the last thing I want to do is snap anything. So interesting, this wire's been on for about 2 months, and you won't be able to see from there, but it's already just started to dig in. So I've actually caught this probably a week or two too late, but not late enough that it's going to do any unsightly damage, which is fortunate. Yeah, and this rear branch that I'm just removing the wire on now, again it's just started to bite, which again I don't know if you'll see, it's just started to bite as it wrapped around there. So now I am a novice, and perhaps other novices will watch my videos, so if anyone's wondering what's the advantage of using wire cutters, you can just make a snip on one side of the branch at every twist of the wire, and it just drops away. So it's a very simple and easy way of removing the wire that you've put on without risk of harm. Especially to delicate branches. Some of these branches are very, very immature, and it would be easy to tear them. Wiring this was actually quite easy because the branches are so young. It's still quite flexible. So this is the wire I'm just removing off the top upward branch. You can see it just... I'm undecided. Yeah, very undecided. And I don't have to make a decision now. Perhaps, again, for somebody with a bit better vision than me, perhaps this could be developed into something that I haven't yet considered. I'm just looking at the design as it is. So, as I say, please, if you've got any ideas or thoughts, send them my way. So there's a few different thicknesses of wire on this tree. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it without wire on, because it had wire on when I purchased it. And then I removed that wire and rewired it at the same time. So I haven't really seen this tree looking very natural. So it's dug in quite tightly there. It's dug in under the branch, which is not a concern. Yeah, it's dug in quite a bit under the curve of this main branch here. So where the pointer is in there, it's dug in quite a bit. However, because it's underneath the curve and out of sight, it's not really an issue. The only other, I guess, thing to point out is removing the wire in this fashion. You know, the one drawback for some, maybe you don't get to reuse that wire, it's going straight in the bin. So, you know, if you haven't got much wire, you might want to take your time and try and unravel it. So I'm going to stop the video now and bring you back when I'm finished. Right, there's the wire off. I can never see when I'm looking at my camera if you can see as much detail as what I can looking away from the camera, but you can see here, hopefully, there's a little Y mark there, and there's a little Y mark where it's starting to dig in, just coming over there and over there and over there, but very, very subtle. There's quite a big one on that upward branch. So as I look at the tree, let me just zoom out ever so slightly. Like this, it's this branch here, which I don't know if it does anything or not. So let me know your thoughts. At the moment, I am not going to remove it. Certainly this will come down more in time, but for now I'm going to put it back on the bench and not touch it for 6 months. The soil's a bit churned up. I removed a bit of the liverwort that was grown in there. It's got this quite thick grassy substance growing as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts.